With the rise and increase of stress in the country, many Nigerians have slipped into depression and even suicide. To stop this menace, experts recommend measures to combat it. Stella Okbara tells us more in this report.
Nigeria is one of the countries with high stress factors, ranging from troubled homes to national issues like epileptic power supply, bad roads, unemployment, poor health facilities, and so on. Little wonder Bloomberg's study, conducted in 2015, showed that Nigeria is the most stressful country in the world. Recent report shows that about 7 million Nigerians are currently suffering from mental health problems associated with stress and depression, which has affected 29 million people in Africa out of an estimated 322 million people worldwide. The puzzling question, however, is that in the face of the high level of stress, some Nigerians keep surviving, but a lot more who are unable to cope under the pressure are resorting to suicide lately. Looking at how to manage stress and avoid the situation degenerating into depression or suicide, a psychologist, Dr. Selin Njoku, said stress is natural to mankind and cannot be done away with. Dr. Selin says the way stress is perceived will determine if it will be negative or positive.
The way people look at stress, they look at stress as if it's something that is abnormal, something that should be dealt with, something that should be written off. Stress is part of man. Man is part of stress. And what is stress? To start with, stress is when an individual is trying to modify his behavior. An individual is also trying to modify his environment. And the environment is trying to modify your behavior or yourself. By so doing, you have stress.
Speaking about how they have been able to manage stress, some traders told Galaxy Television that they view it as an exercise and as a way of helping their husbands financially. They encouraged other Nigerians to go about their daily businesses in a happy manner in order to avoid being weighed down. One of the traders talked about getting help or assistance as a means of managing or reducing stress. For her, she employed a housemaid to help with chores at home, which has helped to reduce the pressure on her.
So in times of stress, everybody should take it easy, because I believe whatever someone is doing with happiness and the way you love your job, you may not see it as a stress, since it's the way your income coming from, so you can manage it.
Well, it has not been easy, but still you just have to cope to help the man in the house, you know. The fact that I won't be at home just because of the children, you know, and I will still be managing, as in I woke up around maybe 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, prepare the children from school, then take them to school. I will still have to come back, prepare and come back, come to the shop, you know, then do what I can do there around maybe 6, back again, go back with the traffic and all that. There is so much stress, but you still need to manage to help out in the family.
A relationship coach, Tosin Gbadebo, highlighted some of the causes of stress in families and relationships to include misunderstanding, high expectation, and lack of communication, among others. Gbadebo called for families or partners to work together, communicate regularly, and be empathetic towards each other. He also advised a family, a couple's time out for proper bonding.
And amongst couple. But one of the things that solves a lot of issues in family, I would always say, is understanding. When both parties come to the table of understanding, to be able to hear each other, take away ego, take away pride, take away every other external forces that might be introduced into their family, take away listening to other people.
A mental health specialist, Charles Onyena Ucheya, said stress is never good for anyone, as it is the leading cause of depression. He emphasized that God has created everyone uniquely, hence people should desist from unhealthy comparisons and be content.
You may not have all the money in the world, but you have some semblance of peace. Now, there's one word that I have that I tell everyone: contentment is key. As a human being, if you're not contented with what you have, you will run into so many problems. And I like to tell people, this issue of comparing yourself to others. Now, given there are basic needs that every human being wants to have met in their lives, but you must understand that my life is different from yours. And what I'm put on the planet to accomplish is different from what you are put on the planet to accomplish.
Research has shown that looking out for one another, encouraging each other, showing love, among other good gestures, are effective ways of curbing menace in any society. Against this backdrop, combating stress and other causes of depression and suicide will require collective efforts.